Hey there guys, SD here. I'm going to show off my workflow for extracting and importing MK11 models into Blender. I'll try and explain everything as I go because I'm not really one to make scripts. So first you're going to need the MK11 extraction tool, Noesis, and Blender. I use Noesis because it allows me to batch convert certain formats. It speeds up the workflow by a lot, plus the XPS plugin, because the MK11 extraction tool exports those models as XPS models. So what I'm going to do is go into MK11's asset folder. I'm going to use Sonya Blade, so I'll go into gear assets and it'll be Sun, I think. Takes a while to find. I think it's right here. Alright. Two files, the PCF and XXX files, they're required. I recommend copying and pasting them into a different folder. Since I already did Sonya, I'm going to make a new folder called Sonya Example. Put them in here. Now I'm going to go back and use the MK11 extraction tool. I'm going to open that into a new window. Back to Sonya Example. Alright. And just drag this onto. This will take a couple seconds as it's extracting everything, textures, models, a lot. So, just gonna wait a little bit. Alright, so it just finished everything. You can go ahead and delete these files, the PCF, UMP, and XXX files. You don't really need them anymore unless you want to re-extract again. In your models files, there'll be multiples of the face models. These are blend shapes. MK11 models use blend shapes to drive his facial animation. So what I do is create a separate folder just for them specifically. Be careful of what you're selecting here, not to select the eyes mouth mesh as well. And I just do this for every single one as to reduce clutter, I guess. Also makes it easier to batch convert. Alright, so once you're done with that, you can just check out that you have all the models that you need. And now after that, this is where Noesis comes in. And basically what I do with Noesis is I use it to check out the models plus convert them into a format which will make it easier to import all the blend shapes. So for Sonya, all I need are her base assets. So I'm checking every single one here, seeing, you know, which ones are default gear. Take a second, obviously, as I'm just doing this on a whim. But yeah, basically like every gear asset is here. You can find a couple of unused ones here as well. It's kind of sad. Alright, so this is her default hat, I think. Let me keep on going and check. I'm just trying to find the right one specifically. Yeah, this one. It's number 18. And this is her default. Yeah, okay. And I'll be doing everything default, so I need her base skin. Alright. Now here comes the conversion part. I choose the head mesh that I want to use, the base head mesh, and I convert that into an OBJ first. You'll see why in just a sec. And I use this parameter called OBJ MTL in order to keep the materials separated as they get merged if you don't do this. Alright, now since I did that, I now have to convert these. So this is where I batch convert. I'm going to use a script that I have. It's in here, batch path, I think. This one. Folder batch. Yada. Okay. This will also take a few seconds. Not seconds, a couple minutes, really. Okay, so now once that is done, this is where you can go to Blender. Now, with Blender, you're going to need the XNA Lara or XPS add-on along with the Source Engine SMD add-on. It's just for getting the armatures out. But first, let me go ahead and get Sonya out real quick. Okay. There she is, right here. You'll notice that there is broken normals over here. Easy fix. Just go into edit mode, deselect, and select everything that isn't the face from the materials. Press P from selection, down over here. Add a weighted normals modifier, face area and angle, face influence, and apply. Join that back. Okay, I think I might have messed up here. It's either this way or the other way. Okay. So once you've done all that, now you're going to export the XNA Lara head. Just fix this. Name. Delete the armature. Merge everything here. Select this. Go to weight paint. Transfer weights. By name. Okay. Delete by hierarchy. All the vertex groups should be here, so the weights should be completely fine. One more fix is the UVs. They're displaced by 1, so select them all. Y1. After that, you're going to use another script here for this one. It's called blendshapes. Go into the text editor. First, let me clean up unused data blocks. Should be a couple. Alright. I'm gonna go over here. MK11 models. It's also another script that I have. Batch imports. Going to change the path here. MK11, Sonia, example. Models, sun, face A, OBJ, select this and import. This will also take a couple of minutes. There's a lot of like batch conversions and imports. It takes a while, but I mean, it should be pretty fast, you know, afterwards. This is just the slowest part. It's easy to get through, really. Alright, now once that's done, you'll see this very disgusting abomination here. Doesn't matter. Deselect, select, and then select the base mesh last. Join as shapes. Go ahead and delete hierarchy. And now you should test if your blend shapes work. Everything seems to be working just fine. Yeah, okay, every single one. So go back to basis, and you'll see that the names are kept in too, even the dot mesh lines. You don't want that. So I use this add-on called Simple Renaming Panel. It does its job, you know, for basic stuff. I select the dot mesh portion first, search and replace, that's gone, and then I select sun face A, search and replace, that's gone. Now you have very clean shape key names, no issues there. Alright, so after that, now I can import everything else I'll need. First, let me just clean up every single data block here that's not being used. Make sure it's completely gone, because I'm not saving, and once I import some other stuff I might crash. Let's hope not. So now this is where you're gonna have to import everything with the XNA format, because the normals and the UVs are kept in while the SMDs are messed up. So first things first, let me import the eyes mouth mesh. You're gonna have to delete the bones here because the format does not save local bone rotations. They're all messed up. Let me get the hair. Let me just do this, alright. Hair hat. Okay. Okay, so you see this, right? Not every, but most models are gonna have this issue. I think this is the same case with the, yeah, every model is gonna have this issue, and it's an easy fix. Just go weighted normals, and you know, do this for every single one. This especially matters for the hair because you don't want to see these sorts of normal issues. I'm gonna import the gear. It was 18, right? Yeah. That, no broken normals. That's gonna be a good example right there. Import her gear. I didn't know that was interesting. All right. That. Also, broken normals, easy fix. Alright, nearly done. I'll import her skin now because I don't really need the turret. So that's skin A. Takes a second. Alright. Again, we don't need the armature. Normal issues, so apply weighted normals. By the way, the weighted normals aren't destroying our normals, or not really changing them that much, because the model is imported with custom normals. These are just being overlaid on top so they don't seem messed up. Alright, so by that point, you got a complete model right here. Select them all. Make sure you're in global rotation and you're on medium point. rotate by the x-axis by -90 degrees. There. You got a complete model, but there's no rig. So how do I get a rig? So this is why I should have mentioned this before, but Blender has this slight bug with importing the SMD models and mirroring them, because I'm not sure if you noticed, but in the tool it has mirror in the name, because Unreal Engine is a left-handed coordinate system based engine, so models by default aren't in the correct, how do I say this, rotation, I guess? Not too sure, but since I'm using her default mesh, and since it's in the story, when I used her present armature, right, that imported. So here's the issue, right? This seems fine, even though if I were to go ahead and rotate the fingers 1 by 1 locally on an individual origin, you know, it's fine. You can rotate them just fine. There's no breakage or anything. Since it's in the wrong rotation, I'll show you what I mean. It's the gun holster here, yet it's over here in the actual mesh. I got mirror it, so I select them all, Control M, Y. So now it's mirrored. This is exactly what I need, but despite this being fine now, the armature is not scaled correctly. So I apply scale, but now it breaks all the local rotation values, I think. So now this is going outwards. You don't want that. I've tried several different things to try and fix that, like instead of mirroring the entire model, I would instead just go into pose mode, select them all, S, Y, -1, okay, and apply pose as res pose. It also breaks again. You don't want this whole thing here. It's not supposed to be going completely outwards like that. It's supposed to go inwards. So in my attempt to remedy this, I was lucky enough to have 3ds Max, because for some reason when I do it over there it doesn't break. So let me go ahead and open 3ds Max. Alright, 3ds Max finally open. God, why does it take so long to open up? So I already have a source SMD plugin. I don't remember which one. I got this like a while ago. But we just quickly import. Where is it? Okay, let me just get it from here. So the example models. Alright, copy and paste that over here. Oh, right. Hold on. Go over here. Sonia example. Models. And import present. Import. Alright. Models over here. Select everything here. Scale it by -100. And export. Why is it not here? Like, why do I have to? Whatever. Sonia example. Make a new folder called exports Sonia, what was it? PA story. Going to SMD. I was actually wrong there. I forgot the name is right beside me. Sun PA story. PR. Okay. Save that. Export. Takes a couple of seconds. Alright, it should be done now. Remove this because I really don't need this. That's the skeleton. It's left over. So now I go ahead, do this over again, go back, exports. Alright. Here's the mesh, and now to show the difference, the local rotations are kept just fine. I can go ahead and delete this mesh. I don't really need it. I just need the skeleton. First, let me just optimize it a bit. MK11 doesn't use facial bones, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove every single one of them. Except a couple. You're gonna need to keep left eye, right eye, and mouth freaking offset, but you can remove just about every single thing. Alright, it's gone. Now to apply everything onto this one skeleton. Simple as doing this. What I do is just open everything up and apply a Armature modifier. It should already be there. I do that first. That's for every last one of them. Then I set the equations. So you go, I set that up. I'm pretty sure it's a fast way of doing that. I probably forgot already. But anyways, now everything should be pretty much fine. Go ahead and test it. Going to select the elbow. Yep, this is fine. Select a couple of spine bones. Yeah, everything works. Especially over here. Everything should be good. Alright. Hair, just about as well. Yeah, alright. Just want to mention one thing. Unlike the face, the facial bones that are used are the jaw and eye bones. These are used for these models. So when it comes to having to rig them up for any sort of facial rigging, I usually just create shape keys as well. So there it is, you know, model completed. Now all I gotta do is just do the materials, but other than that, everything is completely fine. Nothing is broken. Just gotta take this off real quick. Alright. Shape keys work fine. Nothing about it. And before I end this, let me just get a smile. A wide smile. Okay. And I'm done. On the next part, I'll show off how to set up materials in my way, plus painting the models. It's not hard, it's just very repetitive. But yeah, that's just the first part. See you guys next time. Alright, yeah, I just want to mention something else I forgot to say. So these two files right here, PA and PR. PR means present, PA means past. Past Sonia, and present Sonia's present Sonia. Also, let's say you don't have these two files right here. So what you would do is import the, once again, just need a file location. You'd import these models separately, so base skin. I would select this, import that. Right now, the SMD plugin I use allows me to merge certain files, and so far I can only merge these two, the eyes, mouth, and the base skin. This is normal. Select all, yada. And then I would export. I would do this for every other mesh I would need, including her hair, the gear, the turret, mostly. And it's the same way for just about every other character. That's it, really.